Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Arpitha Komanapalli and I'm glad you're watching this video. In this video, I'll be talking about fermented foods. Based on a very recent survey given to nearly 1400 registered dietitians, fermented foods moved to the forefront of the superfoods list. Naturally, fermented foods are getting a lot of attention these days because they help strengthen your gut microbiome. That is the 100 trillion or so bacteria and microorganisms that live in your digestive tract. Researchers are beginning to link these bacteria to all sorts of health conditions from obesity to neurodegenerative diseases. Recent studies highlight the importance of maintaining a healthy gut to avoid disease and optimize your health. Fermented food simply means that it's left to sit and steep until the sugars and carbs that the food naturally contain interact with the bacteria, yeast and microbes to change the chemical structure of the food. The definition of fermentation is the chemical breakdown of a substance by bacteria, yeast or other microorganisms, typically involving effervescence and giving off the heat. The process of fermentation converts compounds such as carbohydrates, including sugars, to carbon dioxide and alcohol to an organic acid. Fermentation of foods like milk and vegetables is a great way to preserve them for a longer period of time and to make their nutrients more bioavailable or more absorbable. The microbes that we obtain from eating these foods help create a protective lining in the intestines and shield against pathogens. Fermented foods nutrition is also important for increasing antibodies and building a stronger immune system. They also regulate the appetite and reduce the sugar and refined carb cravings. Consuming these foods can result in an improved gut microbiome, immune system, and improvements in numerous health disorders like reduced risk of numerous diseases including dementia, urinary tract infections, and diabetes. Eating fermented foods can help improve your gut health by reseeding your gut with beneficial bacteria. In turn, these bacteria convert sugars and starch into lactic acid, a process called lactofermentation, boosting the nutritional content of the food and producing essential amino acids. Other health benefits of fermented foods include improving digestion or gut health, helping treat GI issues like irritable bowel disease, providing minerals that build bone density, helping fight allergies, supporting heart and metabolic health, killing harmful yeast and microbes that cause issues like candida. A big part of our emotions seems to be influenced by the nerves in our gut. So these microorganisms also influence the gut-brain connections, in turn your mood and behaviors. So fermenting vegetables is very easy. You can start by a starter culture or simply allow the natural enzymes in these vegetables to do all the work. This is called wild fermentation. Some of the most widely available and best fermented foods to include in your diet are kombucha, yogurt, raw cheese, pickles and kimchi. Fermented rice and dal batters are a part of daily Indian diet like dosas, idlis and doklas. Other healthy fermented foods include ambali, kanji, appam, lassi, chas and apple cider vinegar. You can ferment many vegetables, grains and milk. For example, fermented vegetables you can prepare at home include cabbage, carrots, green beans, turnips, radishes and beetroots. Here is a basic homemade fermented foods recipe using vegetables you may already have on hand. Use a regular wide-mouth mason jar. Prepare the vegetables by fermenting by grating, shredding, chopping, slicing or leaving them whole. Once the vegetables have been prepared, place them in the chosen jar and cover them with salt and water and weigh them down so they don't float up. There should be a little room at the top of the jar since bubbles will form during fermentation. Make sure the lid is on tightly when the veggies ferment. Most vegetables need 2 to 7 days to ferment. The longer you leave them to ferment, the stronger the taste you will get. Once the vegetables are finished culturing, move them to cold storage. If you are new to fermented foods, start by having about a half a cup per day and build up gradually from there. This gives your gut time to adjust the presence of new bacteria. It's best to eat a variety of different fermented foods since each one offers different bacterial benefits. I hope you can start taking action with some of these steps and improve your health. Here is a scripture for you to meditate on. Delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Psalm 37:4. As always, thank you for watching this video. If this video has been helpful, consider sharing with your family and friends. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below.